Welcome back to NTV News First Edition. This is National Kindness Week, and it arrives at a time when many of us are feeling the weight of winter, rising pressures, and growing isolation. The idea behind the week is simple but powerful. Small acts of kindness, a check-in, a helping hand, a moment of patience can strengthen our sense of connection and make our communities more resilient. Well, to discuss the importance of being kind is Dr. Janine Hubbard, and this week's Get Psyched. It is great to see you again.
Well, likewise. And I just thought we've had so much heaviness. And you know what? Especially given the recent storm, I bet you there's already been a lot of little moments of kindness. And we're here to tell you it's good for you. It's going to make you feel better. And it's good for the people who receive it. So how could we go wrong?
So how does that work then? Why do these little acts of kindness influence our mental health so much?
Sure. There is something that's called a helper's high. And these do not have to be big gestures. They don't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be something on a regular basis. Listen, my garbage bin has a fairy godmother somewhere in my neighborhood who is looking out for it and looking out for me. Coming home and just seeing it having been brought up to the house from the very long driveway, that takes very little, but you can see how much of an impact it had on me. So here's the thing. When we engage in acts of kindness, it sends, like I say, this helper's high. So we get a hit of dopamine. We get some serotonin. We get endorphins flowing through. It reduces our cortisol levels. That's our stress levels. And here's the best part, you get oxytocin. For those who remember, oxytocin's the thing that we get when we have really good chocolate, or we're falling in love, or we're cuddling our pets. It's that form of connection. So it can get a little addictive because helping out literally floods your brain with really positive feelings.
So other than bringing up the garbage bin, and I have a neighbor or a gentleman who Paul, I'm going to mention Paul, who lives a couple of doors up, and he does the same thing. He always brings my garbage bin in for me, which is wonderful. So I thank him very much for that. And you're right, it does make me feel actually kind of special. It's kind of wonderful. But what are some other things we can do?
Well, and what we see, if you're on the receiving end, this is even better. So you get some of those neurochemicals as well, but it strengthens your sense of connection, whether it's with an individual person or just your connection with the community. In this case, I don't know which of my neighbors is taking care of me, but I feel, and we've talked about this lots before, the concept of mattering, the idea that someone has noticed, paid attention, and done something just a little bit out of their way to help out. And like I say, people who volunteer, people who donate, I mean, those are always vitally important. But it can be something literally as simple as, hey, that's a really cute outfit. Or you notice, I was in the coffee shop last week and myself and someone standing beside me went, wow, the girl behind the desk, she is rocking it back there. Like she's, but we made a point of just saying, hey, like you are doing a phenomenal job. You're rocking it. We labeled her tiny but mighty because she was. And you know what that also did? It had a contagion effect for the other people in line who were maybe getting a little restless to kind of go, oh, wait, right. Okay, actually people are working really hard and maybe we do deserve to, both be a little bit patient. So kindness can also help regulate a group's mood. How cool is that?
I guess that's, we talk about, well, as Canadians, we're often labeled as being a really friendly nation, and we love that. And it makes us, does it make us, I should ask, be friendly or be kinder?
Well, I was reflecting especially on Newfoundlanders because, I mean, I think we are a group that does tend to go out that little bit, or at least we like to tell ourselves, don't get me wrong, people can be grouchy, people can be mean and cruel, but it takes so little to hold the door open for someone. I'll give you another, same day I was organizing all the coffee, I went to pick up 6 jumbo pizzas, and a gentleman sitting at the table immediately leapt up and said, now, will you let me take some of those for you?
No.
And, yes, thank you, gentlemen. It just takes noticing. And again, just that little bit of a compliment. I guess the big thing is it needs to be genuine and sincere, and it can't be with an expectation of receiving something from it. Those are really important factors to remember. It's just being given just because, and you're not expecting an exchange of, compliments or goods or anything. But it is amazing how powerful that can be. And this is a great time. Listen, we know there's a lot of snow out there. We know that, there are people who could use a little bit of assistance. If you have it, or you have some teenagers who need to burn off some steam, that's one of the easiest, best suggestions I can have. Or even just, you see the people out shoveling and you pop over with some hot chocolate. It doesn't take much.
It doesn't take much at all. Dr. Hubbard, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks.
And we appreciate you.